thank you for this opportunity to allow me to interview.
Of course. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for chatting with me.
Yeah. Now, we're just going to go ahead and just get right on into business. Now, I love your character, Nell Jones, on NCIS Los Angeles. She is so cute and, nerdy. Are you anything like her at all?
Aw, thank you. Yeah, I think so. I think, Nell's like Renee to the 10th power. Nell is bordering on genius status. And Renee's a little bit more space cadet but we both share in that fire and a little bit of that sassy kind of kind of sassy remarks. We both embrace that side of ourselves.
Right. Now, as you may, I'm with the Gorgeous Geeks now. We have a podcast with my sisters, and we're all about expressing our geekiness. So is there any hobby, anything that you do that's just totally geeky?
Love it. That's a great question. Well, I think the definition of geek has kind of changed over the years, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you can feel like a geek if you're obsessed with something that not too many other people are. I guess that's the traditional idea of it. So yeah, I'm a total geek over any design blogs or design websites. Anything that talks about interior design or architectural design. That's kind of what I geek out over. I'll spend days just taking house tours online. I'm a geek about anything to do with buildings and structures and real estate, all of that stuff.
Oh, so you're really into architecture.
I am. I am into that. I am. And I just love the idea of taking a tour. A lot of these websites Apartment Therapy, and Design Sponge, they have these house tours. You can see how people set up their homes, and that excites me.
Yeah. Now, I love your style. I've seen some interviews of you, personal interviews on your web and things, and I love your style. So, so it's unique, but it's still as fashionable, So I think you're.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Yeah, my boyfriend calls my style. What does he call it? Urban country. That's what he's dubbed it. So I hope that's a positive thing.
It's cute. It's cute, and it just totally fits your personality. It seems to. Yeah, and that's what it is. It's just everything. People are so afraid to express themselves sometimes. You don't want to fit in. Now, growing up, Chris O'Donnell and LL Cool J were the biggest heartthrobs. I don't think we're that far in age. And and so what was it like when you found out that you would be working with two, because they were total hotties when we were kids, and then to be able to work with them when you found out you was going to work with them, what was your first thought through your head?
Oh my gosh, well, I was hold on, LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out, I'm going to meet him.
Right.
That just the idea of being in the same room with him, possibly making eye contact, and going so far as having a conversation with the man, that's, I can't even wrap my mind around that. And Chris O'Donnell, hello, Robin, that's, kind of what I grew up watching with my cousins. So yeah, it's just kind of unbelievable. I really was I was probably a little starstruck, definitely, the first time I met them. Because they're both such personalities, but they're a pleasure to work with, and they're total professionals, and they're lovely gentlemen.
Yeah. Now, you have worked on film, on screen, and on stage. Which do you prefer?
Oh man, I like all three, but for separate, different reasons. I really like theater because you can kind of you have a relationship with the audience, and you can gauge your performance by their reactions and the energy that they're putting out, or, you know, kind of what you're bouncing back and forth. So I like theater because it keeps you really honest. You know, you can't really force anything because the audience, like, totally tells you if you are. And but film and TV, I feel, is more of a individual medium. It's kind of self-propelled, like for the actor themselves. Of course, you have your scene partner, but then, you know, you're also when it's your coverage, you're the only one on camera. So it's kind of more of an individual art, I think, to find, like, you know, inspiration in a scene. A lot of it is self-generated.
Now, I've been looking at the reviews for the movie Detachment, and and it looks like, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm definitely going to check it out because it looks like it's going to be awesome. The reviews have been phenomenal. And your character, Missy, is a lot different than the one that you play in the movie. It's a lot different than Nell. So what was it like to play something? So was Missy's character a bit more difficult? Why don't you explain what her character was, and then was it difficult to play the part?
Yeah, sure. I actually filmed Detachment before I was cast on NCIS LA. So it's actually a project that I did like a year or two ago. So it was before Nell was even anywhere on the map. But yeah, Missy's a badass. She's a total punk. She's really rude. Lucy Liu plays my counselor in the film, and she basically has a sit down with Missy about her future, about whether or not she's going to college. And Missy basically has an answer for all of her questions, albeit not the answer she's looking to hear. So, you know, basically Missy is kind of going nowhere, and she doesn't really care. She's and I think that's a lot. What the movie touches on is this, like, sort of like a lack of caring amongst children, amongst teachers in, you know, kind of like public education. And it kind of talks a lot about, you know, the system is broken, and what are we going to do about it? Like, how are we going to fix this, you know? The lead character, Adrian Brody, he's a substitute teacher by choice, and that's always, I found that really interesting, because you know, someone who would choose to basically live this life of kind of like this nomad sort of lifestyle, where he doesn't have to really connect to those kids he's teaching because he's just a sub. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a film about a lack of connection to your fellow human being, and I think that we definitely see that in the scene with Missy and Lucy Liu. There's a misfire, you know. They're not on the same level, and for right now, they're not going to be. They're not going to, you know, find amends. They're not going to make amends.
Now, I also read that you are working on a children's book starring your French bulldog, Hugo.
Yay!
Yeah, why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
Okay, well, it's inspired by life. Hugo is my dog, and he teaches me a lot of things I wouldn't otherwise have known. So the book is kind of about Hugo lives with his mom, and he goes on these adventures. And in each book, he learns about a new activity. And by the end of the book, we see him sort of coming around to the activity. Of course, he originally meets the new activity with some, you know, hesitation, and he's kind of a sassy sarsaparilla character as well. He's a wise cracker, much like the real life Hugo. So yeah, I'm really excited for the series to come to life. A friend of mine is illustrating right now, illustrating our first book right now. So, yeah, that's
So are we looking to see this out on shelves any time this year, or?
Yeah, I'm hoping within the year. Basically, it'll be a series. So we're starting out with his first venture is yoga class with his mom for a new generation of children who go to yoga with their moms.
Right. So, and why did you decide to name him Hugo?
Oh, that's a great question. Actually, I made a list of potential dog names, and I kind of passed it around to my mom and to my boyfriend, and there were all kinds of names, Meatball, Spike, like just kind of, I guess, ridiculous names that you really wouldn't, like, want to call up the back door, but I thought they were really cute. And they were like, no, this list is ridiculous. You have to go back to the drawing board.
Meatball.
Meatball.
Wow.
I don't know, French Bulldog Meatball. Or Buddha, or just, I don't know, I guess they were really quirky names. And then I went back to the drawing board and came up with Hugo. I don't really know why. And then I looked up the meaning of Hugo, and it basically, what I found it to mean was strong of heart, so strong heart, and I like that, so he definitely embodies that.
Now, are there any other future projects that you're working on besides the book? You seem like you're a very busy girl.
Yeah, I mean, believe me, I have downtime, and I definitely get caught up in, a marathon on a TV Food Network every once in a while. But, yes, I'm developing a short film right now that I wrote and plan to direct this hiatus after we wrap in about 3 weeks. So, so that's kind of where my energy is going. I'm into writing and directing and creating my own work as well as performing the works of others.
So you're working on a short film. That is cool.
That's right. It's a short film, and it kind of centers around these two elderly people, an elderly couple, and it discusses topics of age and kind of how we are ageless in a way, although our physical body ages. Inside, we still have characteristics of our children and their children's children. So, yes, that's what I'm interested in right now. Aging, wrinkles.
So, is there anything shocking or new that's coming up for NCIS that you can share with us? Yes, for the series, yes.
Yeah, well, I can't disclose anything about the finale, two-part series finale, because I don't know anything about it yet. We start filming on Wednesday for the first part of the series finale, and we don't even have a script yet. So they're keeping that under wraps. But I will tell you that Nell Jones has a bit of a revelation in an episode airing April 10th. Basically, a certain character comes back, maybe a psychologist character, if I'm giving a hint. He comes back. Nate comes back. I'm just telling you. Nate comes back. And he does a little bit of, psychoanalysis of Nell and her behaviors and her possible feelings for Eric.
Oh. So finally fans might get to see something between.
That's right. We'll definitely see. We'll definitely get to see Nell kind of working out her feelings and talking about it with Nate. So that was really fun to play.
Yeah. The characters Nell and Eric, they have such a chemistry on screen. Do you and Brett hang out afterwards? Because it seems like it's obvious that everyone together is such a close-knit family, but you can definitely tell that, you know, you two are particularly close.
That's cool. I'm glad that you can feel that. Yeah, because it's true. Barrett he's great. He's become one of my really, really good friends, and he totally took me under his wing. And we have a lot in common because we grew up in theater and we have dance backgrounds. So we definitely entertain each other. You know, we'll kind of like be on set and be sharing in some sort of a you know, silly ballet, you know, routine or whatever we're doing. It's usually entertaining one another. So we have a similar sense of humor.
So, yes, I heard that you're a pretty good tap dancer. So are we going to be? Are they going to throw that into the show anytime soon, or?
Oh my God! Well, my dad hopes so. My dad has been talking about that since I got on the show, because I grew up as a dancer, and I danced all my life. You know, jazz, hip hop, contemporary ballet, tap. Tap was kind of my favorite. But yeah, my dad really wants a dance storyline. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe in like season 6, you know, when they're kind of like, okay, now it's time for a musical episode. We'll, you know, give Renee a pair of tap shoes and just let her go to town up in the ops room. But yeah, no, nothing as of yet, but who knows what's on the horizon. Love that.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Yay! Hopefully we can meet in person someday.
Yes, hopefully. The Gorgeous Geeks, every now and then we do the comic book convention circuit. So maybe we will. Maybe we will.
That's awesome. I don't know too much about comics, but I really love Neil Gaiman. You know, that's geeky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Neil Gaiman. My favorite graphic novel is Guest. It's really great.
That is cool. But yeah, maybe hopefully we will run into each other one day.
That would be great.
All right. Well, thank you so much for allowing me to interview you. It's been a pleasure. Is there anything else that you wanted to tell your fans?
I would say just thanks for watching, and thank you for embracing Nell and giving her a chance. And I think she's found a home with the rest of the crew on NCIS LA, and I look forward to showing you more about Nell.
All right. Well, you have a good day.